Coming up on Tech 95, Microsoft cuts jobs, internet streaming devices compared, Aereo wants to be a cable company, and much, much more. It's all coming up next on Tech 95. This is Tech 95, recorded on July 21st, 2014. Aereo say what now?
Hi, this is John,
I'm Travis Smith.
and welcome to
Tech
95. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you hear any problems, it's because we're trying it on Skype this time around instead of both using the same machine. Oops. And that might be why you hear it a little weird every so often, so forgive us for that. This is our first time trying Skype
Yep.
with the podcast. We've done Skype before.
Yeah, Skype was doing some weird stuff earlier, so yeah,
This is like
I'm-
freaking take 3.
Yeah, and I'm viewing it on my Audacity monitor over at my other recording machine, and we're going green at the moment. So
And I'm over here dying because my friend was in here and he farted and baked up the place.
nice. We didn't
Yeah.
need to know that, but okay. If you were wondering where we were last week, we pre-recorded the episode, so because John was on vacation without taking me. And so, yeah, we pre-recorded our episode 9, so you can go to youtube.com/tech95podcast, and you can find it there, along with the special edition I recorded demonstrating on, or I shouldn't say demonstrating, talking about different ways you can improve your computing life.
And speaking of me not taking you on vacation, it's your own fault. I wanted some peace and quiet. And I didn't get any anyway, so yeah.
Hey, don't look at me. It's not my fault you went.
Well, I had to go. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well,
Anyway, but this isn't about computer, but kind of just we don't have a lot to talk about today, so I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about my trip. We went to West Virginia, and it was pretty cool. We got to go through the Blue Ridge Mountains. My churches we did. This is my last year, actually. I'm 18, so they kicked me out, and yeah, it's pretty sad. But I don't really care because now I can do adult stuff. That came out so wrong. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
yeah,
anyway,
you get the idea.
Yeah, you get the idea. I can do stuff like I can do the same things only as an adult.
Right.
Anyway, we went through the Blue Ridge Mountains. We hiked, went rafting through the New River Gorge, and we went rappelling, which is basically, all right, you harness yourself at the top of a cliff,
Gotcha.
you tie it around a tree. So what?
Continue.
What?
Continue.
Oh, okay, never mind. Like I said, talking is hard, especially on Skype.
Yeah.
Skype
might be acting up on us, but hey, it's what we can do.
Yeah. Anyway, you're on a rope and you kind of tie yourself up and you kind of walk down the side of the mountain, kind of like a bungee cord, only without the bungee-ish. Bungee, 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 bungee. Here we go, bungee. Come on. No one probably no one has ever will understand what that reference was, but Travis does.
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke. You'd have to have been there. Literally, you would have to have been there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. The camp food wasn't terrible. The potatoes were the potatoes were really bad. You know what was really bad? They made hash browns, and you know how hash browns supposed to be like a pancake, like a French fry?
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like they took a mashed potato, cut it up into a hash brown, fried the edge, and left the rest of it just white and milky-ish.
Well, that's why I call it fast food.
That's why I call it camp food.
Yeah, true. Anywho,
Soggy old casserole, chicken in a pot, hold monkey meat, heavenly, tasty and deadly, fricassee, frog's eye, tree toad neck, tuna a la black, king size Pepto Bismol stew, greasy, grimy gopher guts.
Hey, no,
Fondue.
it's
All
not
that,
a
all that, all
song
that.
time. It's a podcast. So let's we got a few things to talk about. So let's see. On the first,
What's it? Wait, what's in camp food? Nobody knows, but it sure tastes great if you hold your nose. I'm done. Go ahead.
John, you want to start out with your topic?
Yes, camp food. Just kidding.
Yeah, right. Technology
um.
wise.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure camp food is made by a robot, so that's technology. um. Well.
So what's been going on in your tech life?
Well. The Windows 8.1 Update 2 reportedly is going to land Windows 8.1 Update 2 is reportedly supposed to land on August 12th.
Sweet.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully we'll get a finally functional Windows 8.
that's right. Windows 8.1 users can expect the next update to the OS in less than a month. At least so claims one site. Excuse me. Leaked information from the Russian site pcportal.org/.ru. I'm sorry, I got
Excuse you.
hiccups. Pegs August 12th as the date for Windows 8.1 Update 2. Although the report can be confirmed, NeoWin considers it is authentic based on prior information. And that's pretty much all they say about it. So if it doesn't come out on August 12th, just let us know and we'll take care of that.
Anywho, let's see. On the first docket today, Supreme Court says, excuse me, Air,
That's what they said?
no, Supreme Court said, I know I'm
Yes.
gonna say this wrong. It's Aereo, Aereo.
Aereo.
Pronounce that how you will. Is a
Aereo.
cable company. So now it wants to be treated like one. So basically, despite Arrow's, I'm just gonna call him Arrow just for the heck of it, because I don't know how else to pronounce. I forgot to put in Google pronunciations.
Well,
This,
well, well, we'll put a link for it in the description.
yep. Despite Arrow's best efforts, the Supreme Court decided that
If
its service was too much like cable TV. Therefore,
we'll put it in the description if Travis remembers. Sorry.
yep. And therefore, its
I'm done.
unlicensed streaming of TV broadcasts were illegal. Now, after putting its services on pause, Arrow has filed a letter with the U.S. District Court saying that since the court said it's like a cable company, it's entitled to the same statutory license that cable companies pay broadcasters, like DirecTV and stuff. CEO Chen, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I can't even try. Excuse me for that. Sent a message to users and supporters explaining the path forward with a link to the letter, but hasn't laid out a timeline for the service's return. That's one of the reasons broadcasters are still fighting the new move, saying in the same letter that it's astonishing for Arrow to contend Supreme Court's decision automatically transformed an Arrow into a cable system under Section 111, given its prior statements to this court and the Supreme Court. So basically, if any of you are not familiar with Arrow, Arrow is a Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Oh yeah. It's a joke I heard. I'll tell you later. If we have time at the end of the show, I'll say it to you guys too. Anyway, go ahead, Travis.
Anywho, basically, Arrow is like a company that it wants to pick up over-the-air broadcasts, like for example, over-the-air NBC, Fox, whatever.
CBS.
Yeah, CBS, like over-the-air broadcasts, and they want.
Fox.
Yep, I already mentioned Fox, but thank you
Oh.
anyway.
ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox, the four main networks.
Yep, and
I forgot MSNBC.
right. Basically, Aereo.
There's also WNEM TV5, but that's local.
Yep. But yeah, basically it wants to capture the local channels using antennas and basically making them available online. So,
Oh,
yeah, and so at first I'm like,
That's crazy.
yeah, that does sound. And then they want to charge their subscribers $10. Well, $9.99 U.S. dollar, and they want to charge them that $10 to um, access that content online. So they want, and then they will have DVR support so that you can, like, say you're at work at one point in time and you want to catch up on your favorite show, you can program it to record somehow. I'm not sure how exactly they will do it, but you know how DVRs work. You press record, it records it, and then you can watch it later. So basically, that's what they want to do. And so let's see what's. Let me check the show notes. Microsoft cuts jobs. Confirmed. Let's see. The nextweb.com says in a memo to employees, Chief Executive Satya Nadella said bulk of the layoffs. Sorry if I cut myself off. When I'm reading this, I'm trying to read it like 5 feet away, and on like normal text. So excuse me for that. 12,500 in total will come from Nokia's devices and stream and services division, which the company acquired for $7.2 billion this year. Relatively The relatively new Microsoft leader emphasized these were part of its synergies and strategic alignment and would consist of both professionals and factory workers. Microsoft is already moving to reduce its workforce by 13,000, and Nadella said that the vast majority of affected employees will be notified within the next 6 months. She says, "My promise to you is that we will go through this process in the most thoughtful and transparent way possible," he said. "We will offer severance to all employees impacted by these changes, as well as job transition help in many locations, and everyone can expect to be treated with the respect they deserve for their contributions to this company." So, John, since we're long time Microsoft users and fans, what's your take on this?
Well, all right. Well, just kind of tell me what you're talking about. I'm sorry, you kind of lost me for a second.
They're trying to lay off 18,000 jobs over the next year, mainly for Nokia, which has the effect of, in the first sentence, it says a memo to employees. Chief Executive Satya Nadella said the bulk of the layoffs, 12,500 in total, will come from Nokia's devices and service division, which the company acquired for $7.2 billion this year. So basically, the majority of these layoffs are coming from Nokia's division, which Microsoft purchased. So yeah, what's your take on that? Since we're Microsoft fans,
Well,
because Nokia's been around since yikes, since I can remember.
hmm. I honestly don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I've only seen, let's see, like maybe 3 or 4 people that use a Nokia device at all. So, it's not that popular of a device as far as I have seen. Anywho, internet media streaming devices compared. So, I decided, well, I've got a number of media streaming devices, and I'm like, well, which ones? And I hear a lot about media streaming devices and live over the internet TV, and so I was wondering, well, what's the best one? So like you got Roku 3, Roku streaming stick, Apple TV, Roku 2, Roku 1, Amazon Fire TV, Google's Chromecast, Well, let's make a little comparison here. This might not be a whole lot to make a final purchase decision, but Roku 3 is the best streaming video box yet, says CNET.com, with tons of content sources, lightning fast performance, and an innovative remote with built-in headphone jack, so you won't have to disturb the spouse or your partner when you're trying to watch Duck Dynasty at 12:30 in the morning. Roku Roku Streaming Stick 2014's edition. Roku Streaming Stick offers tons of apps, a real remote, and a compact design for about just $50, making it the best streaming stick and an outstanding value. You can find them anywhere from $47.95 to $49.98, so it's a few dollar difference there. Apple TV 2012 edition. While it's still a step behind the Roku 3, the Apple TV is an excellent streaming box, especially for those invested in the Apple ecosystem. So basically, if you're an iPad, iTunes, you name it, Apple, um, and you have a lot of content going through your Apple devices, then I would say the Apple TV would be a good choice because it supports Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I'm not sure about Hulu exactly, but and the AirPlay I hear is a pretty nice feature. Roku 2. The Roku 2 offers tons of content sources in a talking is so hard, especially over Skype. Innovative remote with built-in headphone jack for just $80, but the Roku 3 is still our favorite pick, says CNET. Roku 1. The Roku has a budget price and adds 1080p video output over similar Roku LT. Excuse me. But its appeal isn't as obvious as Roku's other streamers. Speaking of Roku, I have a Roku 2500X, and I'm struggling to find a DLNA support app, but since my Plex trial went out, but it's offering me a small $5 fee to continue my Plex, but I'm debating on whether it's worth it because I mostly watch Netflix and other netcasts and stuff and other podcasts. Amazon Fire TV. Amazon's first living room box is shipping today. I'm not sure exactly when this was written, along with the optional $39 Fire game controller so you can play games on your Amazon Fire TV from the Amazon store. Google's Chromecast. I have a few of these, two exactly. Google's new streaming stick is designed to let you push video content to you and your TV from your smartphone, tablet, and Chrome browser. I'm just going to say I like my Chromecasts. They are awesome. We recently got a Blu-ray player and internet-connected Blu-ray player, so that's been suiting our net. We've been playing with that, and it's been suiting our Netflix needs. So haven't been using the Chromecast all that much since we only have one HDMI port on our TV, which is kind of unfortunate. And yeah, I like my Roku too. Well, it's not a Roku 2, it's a Roku 2500X. But yeah, that one suits my needs because I don't in my room I don't have a specific HD TV with an HDMI out, but I got like this little 20-inch tube TV with like component in the red, white, and yellow. Yeah, I know to some people that's ancient, but yeah. Um,
So yeah.
So yeah, that's internet meeting streaming devices compared. John, do you got anything for a history in the PC realm?
Um. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh wait, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay, cool. So
I almost cried. I almost cried. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take a swift break here while John does his history in the PC realm. So
First of all, I need a shout out. I gotta have a shout out to my friend Michael. You're a moron. If you're listening to this, you're a moron. You know what he did?
can we save it to the end of the show?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
All right.
Basically, he sent me a video of dead kids, and I was like, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna send him hate mail. with
Yeah, well.
Windows 95.
Ready for history in the PC realm?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take a quick break and give me a signal when you're done. I got
Okay.
your video preview up here.
All right. Hey, Travis.
What?
This part right here, you're gonna have to edit out. Are you gonna insert the Windows 95 startup sound, or just want me to do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
How? I don't have it.
Hmm. We'll have to do like a quick pause here so we can add it in.
Okay.
Let's
But
just
anyway,
let's just
you can.
give it like a. How long is the video?
It's not. It's like 10 seconds.
Okay. We'll give you like a 10-second gap here. So 3, 2, 1.
Many of you may remember Microsoft Windows 95 as being one of the greatest versions of Windows ever. Meh, that's funny. But actually, Windows 95 was not the only version of Windows that was that well known. Right after Windows 95, many of you remember Windows 98. Windows 98 Windows 98, codenamed Memphis, is a graphical user interface operating system designed by the Microsoft Corporation. It was the second major release in the Windows 9X line of operating systems. It was released to manufacturing on May 15th, 1998, and set to retail on June 25th, 1998. Windows 98 was the successor to Windows 95. Like its predecessor, it is a hybrid 16-bit, 32-bit monolithic product with an MS-DOS based boot stage. Windows 98 was succeeded by Windows 98 Second Edition or Windows 98 SE. Excuse me, I have hiccups again. On May 5th of 1999. Then by Windows ME Mistake Edition on September. No, I'm sorry. Windows ME Many Errors on Windows
Either or
ME
will work.
Millennium Edition on September 14th, 2000. Microsoft ended support for Windows 98, 90 SE, and ME on July 11th of 2006. Development of Windows 98 began in the 1990s, initially using the codename Memphis to refer to the product. Many builds were released or leaked, starting with build 1351 on December 15th, 1996, and ending with Windows 98 Second Edition. Windows 98 included Internet Explorer 4.01. Besides Internet Explorer, many other Internet companion applications were included, such as Outlook Express, Front Page Express, Microsoft Chat, Personal Web Server, and others. The 98 shell included all the enhancements from the Windows Desktop update, an Internet Explorer 4 components such as the Quick Launch toolbar, desk bands, active desktop, Microsoft PC TV channels, ability to minimize foreground windows by clicking their button on the taskbar, single click launching, and much, much more. Windows 98 was the first operating system to use the Windows Driver Model, WDM. This fact was not well publicized when Windows 98 was released, and most hardware producers continued to develop drivers for the older VXD driver standard, which 98 also supported. Support for WDM audio enabled digital mixing, routing, and processing of simultaneous audio streams on Windows 98. A Microsoft GS Wavetable synthesizer licensed from Roland shipped with Windows 98 for WDM audio drivers. Windows 98 supports digital playback of audio CDs, as does 95 and 3.1 and 3.0 with multimedia extensions. It also supports the second edition improves WDM audio support by adding direct sound hardware mixing and direct sound 3D and DirectX hardware abstraction. Direct Music Kernel support, K-Mixer sample rate conversion, SRC, for capture streams and multi-channel audio support. Windows Driver Model also includes a broadcast driver architecture, the backbone for TV technologies support in Windows. Web TV for Windows utilized BDA, to allow viewing television on the computer if a compatible TV tuner card was installed. Also, Windows 98 had a much more robust USB port than Windows 95 did, which only had support in OEM versions 2.1 or later, and even that was crappy. Windows 98 supports USB hubs, scanners, and imaging class devices. 98 also introduces built-in support for US Human Interface Device class, USB HID, and PID class devices like USB mice, keyboards, force feedback joysticks, etc. USB audio device class support is present from 98 SE onwards. 98 SE improved WDM support in general for all devices. 98 also introduced ACPI, I call it ASPI, 1.0 support, which enabled standby and hibernate states. So, from what it sounds like, Windows 98 was actually a pretty smoking hot operating system.
At the time.
Yeah, most of the stuff in 98 is the same stuff we have now, only much more crude by today's standards. But really, if you overlook the crudeness of it, 98 had it all.
Yep. Let's see. Are you done?
Yep. Anyway, thank you for listening to Thank you for I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to Tech 95 though. Thank you for listening to History in the PC Realm with John Hewlett. Now return to your regularly scheduled Tech 95 podcast.
Okay, let's see. I put out a tutorial video on how to use the KeePass password manager. If you're curious on what KeePass is, it can be found at keepass.info. That's KEEPASS .info.
But
Um,
anyway, I'm just gonna say right now, Travis. Let's make this fast because I gotta go pretty quick.
okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Since John was away on his canoe trip, or his,
No, it wasn't a canoe trip. Although we do have a canoe trip in August. I told you about that.
yeah.
It was our summer retreat to West Virginia.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I had my analogies mixed up. Sorry about that. But since I put out a Tech 95 special edition, as I was mentioning in the beginning of the episode, I had added that tutorial in that episode. So feel free to go and check that out. YouTube.com/Tech95podcast, and you can find the KeyPass tutorial right there in our page. Um, so I figured I mentioned that just in case you happen to miss it for some reason, but hopefully you're keeping up on our pages. Let's see.
Oh, Travis, speaking of our page, you still have not put a name for episode 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta do that. I'll see about working on that tomorrow when I'm editing this podcast. Um, let's see. What you got anything else for tonight?
Yes, like I said, I wanted to tell you guys that joke. I promised if we had time, I would say it. Anyway, okay, so there was this guy, okay? He has a really bad cough. He goes to his friend. I need to see it.
I need a cough drop.
I need to see a doctor. And his friend says, why don't you go to Walmart? They have this cool machine. You pee in a cup, dump it in the slot, put in $10, and it'll tell you
Oh
what's wrong.
jeez.
$10 for 10 minutes. Much cheaper than a doctor. Or $10 for 10 seconds. Much cheaper than a doctor. Kid says, okay. So anyway, shoot, he goes to Yoda. Or no, he goes to Walmart.
He doesn't go to Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda's the one who developed the machine. It was so pee in a cup you will. But anyway, no. The guy peed in a cup, dumped it in the slot, put in a $10 bill, and the machine spit out its answer. This tastes like pee. That's not the joke, but anyway, it spits out the answer. You have bronchitis. Take this medicine. Thank you for shopping at Walmart. So the guy says, okay, takes this medicine, goes home, and the cough starts going away. And so he thinks to himself, I wonder if the machine can be fooled. So he takes a pee sample from himself, his wife, his grandma, his dog, and takes a sample of tap water from the tap in his house, mixes it all together, messy business, and takes it to Walmart. He dumped the whole mixture, pee and all, tap water and all, into the slot and put in a $10 bill. He awaited the answer, which he thought would scramble the machine for good. The answer finally came out on a very long sheet of paper, and he started reading. You still have bronchitis. If you don't take the medicine, you'll never get well. Your grandmother is dying. Call the funeral home. Your wife is pregnant. Not yours. Get a lawyer. Your dog has worms. Call a vet. Your tap water's hard. Get softener salt from Home Depot. Thank you for shopping at Walmart.
As they refer their customers to Home Depot.
hmm I like that one. Your wife's pregnant. Not yours. Get a lawyer. But anyway, yeah, that wasn't
Anywho,
that wouldn't be funny.
dumb joke.
I like that one though. He puts in the cup of pee and it spits out its answer. This tastes like pee. That's perfect. Anyway,
Hey, this
so
is a
anyway,
tech show. Go.
jeez, we're guys. Shut up.
Whatever.
Anyway, no one cares. You can edit it out if you want to, but I don't think you will because you can't. I'm too awesome. Anyway, I guess that's it for the show today.
Yep. Let's.
So thank you all for listening. If you wanna drop us a message, we'd love to hear from you. Seriously, drop a message. No one has yet. I probably
Please,
should
we need comments. We need likes.
Seriously.
We're dying for subscribers.
Seriously,
Subscribe.
Stop watching Tourette's Guy and get into the real world. Anyway, you can check us out at tech95.jimdo.com.
Or you can email us tech95.q&a@gmail.com. Or
Anyway,
as we've mentioned before, you can find us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tech95podcast.
And as always, I'm Jonathan Hewlett.
And I'm Travis Smith.
And thank you for listening to Tech
Tech 95.
95. Goodbye.